Yes, guys, and a welcome from me. This is Championship Manager 0102, the D.T.L Season 6, February. Well, I've got to give credit where it's due here to Mark because it was taking so long to get from one month to the next. I genuinely was just fucking losing interest. And it's probably one of the reasons why I haven't done any update on the last month or so, is because it just wasn't, you know, and if the truth be told, I had it in my head that I'll probably leave at the end of the season. I really enjoy these games, don't get me wrong, I love these games, but when there's so long between updates, you lose interest, and it's honestly, it's a fact, you know, and it's a case with any sort of game. If you play a game of CM on your own or a network, and you don't play a session for ages and ages, you're not going to give two shits. But, let's give our chairman a little bit of praise here. He got back on the horse, and he started doing the updates. I think he did two in succession on Fridays. I'm going to let him off for not doing one last Friday, it being Christmas week. So I thought this was an opportunity to go through the results of the last month, January of Season 6, and probably December as well if you haven't seen it. But this is where we're at. Trunky leads the way. You know, he was my firm favourite, and look at him, he's absolutely hammering it. Now, anybody looking at that table there is looking at him thinking, Mike, where the fuck are you? Yeah, I'm there. I am there. I have had an absolute awful month. I don't know what's gone wrong with me. I really don't. Everything, if it can go wrong, it has gone wrong. And just losing to the AI in the FA Cup just sort of was just a fucking shitter, weren't it? Absolute shitter. 10 shots to 21. Fucking Leighton Orient. I've got to be in my bonnet about Leighton Orient because do you remember years and years ago, like in, I think it was the early 2000s or late 90s, Barry Hearn took over Leighton Orient, and I think he's still a board member, and he said he was going to bring them to the top. And then there was this thing, yeah, you know when we had the Olympic Games here, and Tottenham took the stadium, didn't they? Yeah, sorry, start that again. West Ham took the Olympic Stadium. Barry Hearn, because he's still on the board, wanted Leighton Orient to be considered. Fucking joker. Fucking joker like his fucking son. Right, so, yeah, it's been a bit of a shit run for us. We're still in the UEFA Cup. We're in the UEFA Cup, and I think, looking at February, we're going to kick off that UEFA Cup, and we got some, well, we've only got 4 games, but that was probably my biggest highlight of the last month, was beating Trunky. Trunky will no doubt be fucking pissed off, given my month and given his month, and for that to happen was just shit for Trunky, but it is what it is. So for Trunky is absolutely killing it. He goes through to the FA Cup 5th round. He's got 1 foot into the final of the League Cup, and it's fair to say, really, for Trunky, that defeat just spoiled a big run of games. It really did. I mean, he got beat at home to Marimo's Arsenal at the early part of December. He would have been pissed off with that. But you've got to give him credit where it's due. Tranmere Reece. Now, Reece is for me, I did not expect Reece to be doing quite as well. No disrespect, Reece. I thought you were No, Reece is doing really well, and I think I'll give him a lot of credit. He'll be fucked off to lose that last game there 4-3. I think, and going out the FA Cup, similar to myself, against AI is just sickening. It really is. But, yeah, well done, Reece. Looking good. Matt Collier-Brown, a.k.a. Scarlet 1. Debut season, of course, for him. He'll be gutted about the FA Cup. But it was a big month in respect of he has to beat his AI teams. And he did that well. Partly did beat Marimo. But he's looking good. He's looking good, I think it's fair to say. And he's hanging into third on goal difference with Marimo's Arsenal. And he's in the FA Cup. It wasn't actually a bad month from you, Marimo. Over to Spectral, who I expect to be challenging up there, and I still think he will be. Spectral continues. He's in the UEFA Cup as well, of course. Win, draw, defeat. He's out the FA Cup. So, the FA Cup did throw a few surprises. It really did. So, Spectral looking good. Redknapp over at Liverpool. He's in the UEFA Cup. He's in the FA Cup 5th round as well. Draw, win, loss. Win, yeah, okay. Yeah, a bit pissed off about losing to me. He'll have been gutted about that. But it was a deserved win for me. Let's be fucking honest. It was a deserved win. Let me just see what he played. He plays 4-4-2. against mine, and I've got to check that. I've got to check that because that could be a call for me to go out. If it is, I'll be pissed off. All right, no, it's not. Okay, fuck it. Okay, over to Preston North End. Luke, win, loss. Yeah, well, Luke's looking good. Luke's looking good. Again, quite a surprise. He's done better than what I thought. Dermatron. I thought Dermatron would be higher, if I'm truly honest with you. I've got my reasons why I tip players to do better than others, and it's no disrespect to those. I take a few things into account. Dermatron has got a big month ahead of him though. Preston, Arsenal and Man U, and then of course he's going to resume his Champions League, so it's a really big month for Dermatron. AJ, Man City, well, AJ I'd have thought would be up there as well, but bit of a difficult looking month for him, or busy month in comparison to some of the players. Much busier month indeed. But the Champions League will resume for him as well. Hull, I have to remember who Hull was. AMC. AMC, 10th in the table. Yeah, he's lost to Trunky in the first leg of that League Cup, of course. Let me just have a look in that other... Oh, it's Liverpool Man United. Sorry, I missed that before. Sorry, Redders. Yeah, difficult month for you. Very difficult. But you're in the UEFA Cup, and you're not out of that League Cup yet. You can still do it. I've got faith in you. Duverston over at Leeds United, out the FA Cup, difficult time for you, difficult indeed. Virgil van Dijk, this is Neil's debut season, difficult month for you as well, out the FA Cup. It is a debut month, and to be honest with you, right, I tipped Neil to be finishing roughly around mid-table, about 10th, the same as Newcastle, because they were both debut months, so it's fair to say Newcastle are exceeding expectations in my opinion. Manchester United, this is London 35 now, he's had a good run of late, forget that 4-0 defeat, but he's in the FA Cup, he's in the League Cup still, and he had such a difficult start to the first couple of months. Cast your mind back, he did really, really poor. Of course, we've already spoken about Wolves and what wankers they are. Evesham over at Bolton Wanderers. Tough month for you, and it's nice to see somebody below me. It really is. It makes me feel a little bit better. And finally, we've got is it Just a Ghost over at Blackburn Rovers. Not a bad month from you, Mr. Ghost, if that's your name. But the important thing for you is that you're in touch and distance of the playoffs now, so you can still do that. You can really still do that indeed. And in terms of player stats, Just a Ghost, you've got no one up there. I mean, fuck me, what is that all about? Patrick Vieira, why would it have to be Patrick? Of all people, Patrick Vieira. So that's where we're at with player stats and player goals. Callon. Now that's interesting. That's very interesting. I didn't realise that because Neil asked me about Mohamed Callon. What do I know about Callon? And I said I know fuck all about him. And I didn't realise he was the league's leading goal scorer. That's really fucking bizarre. And Kevin Phillips. And this is interesting because you can see Trunky's our runaway leader and his leading goal scorer is AMC Ballack. So, Henrik Larsson's down there, but Kevin Phillips is second on the league's leading goal scorer. And Phillips, of course, Man United are not having the greatest season league position-wise. So it's a big month really for everybody. And I think this next month is going to be really what sets us up for the finale of the season 6. And for me, it's just been horrendous. It really has been absolutely horrendous for us. I'm very guilty of chopping and changing so many times. What can you do? That's it from me, guys, and the D.T.L. Until next time, it's take it easy.